What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and yes, we finally have a brand new Spec Ops. I for one am completely excited, and I'm just happy to have anything in the game, to be honest. But Spec Ops is my favorite time. So anyways, this is just going to be a first look and overview, and then I will do a task list video later on. Currently, this is where I'm at on the task list. I'm researching the evolutionary inhalant. By the way, this time around in that video, I'm going to show you how I complete all of the tasks. But moving on to the second item on the taskbar, we come across a brand new weapon, the Nascent Blade. This weapon is a slashing melee attack that has adamantium, so it ignores the defense stat. It also causes poisoned, and then it has something called forced evolution. It evolves when evolutionary inhalant is used, and it gains malignant poison, and attacks exploit attrition. Now this is all fine and good, and this weapon looks like it's going to be very nice, but I'm wondering, how are you supposed to use an item when you're in PvP? So yeah, I like the new addition and the idea of forced evolution, but at the same time, it's not like we can use that inhalant once we're in a PvP match. I guess that just remains to be seen. Maybe there's something more to it. Next we have the Nascent Glaive, which also has forced evolution, and that really does make these weapons become a whole lot better. Plus, by the way, this is a slashing energy attack, so it could be cool to use with the Rectifier, but it does already have guaranteed crits. Now speaking of the Rectifier, this next weapon is also a ranged gun energy attack, and it's AoE with deadly crits, so it's going to make a perfect combination with the Rectifier. It's also set piece number 1 of 4 for the cybernetic set. It causes chilled, and it has cybernetic evolution. This says it evolves when another cybernetic set piece is present or evolutionary inhalant is used. So there you see, there is another way for the evolution to occur. Now once this happens, it gains malignant ice, and attacks from this item become stealthy. So yeah, I think this set does look kind of interesting, but the moment we've been waiting for is the brand new Spec Ops hero, Ka-Zar. And by the way, that's always how I pronounced it, even though I guess it could be Ka-Zar. I'm pretty sure it's Ka-Zar though. And he is a double class character. He's a bruiser and a scrapper. He also has Hunter's Senses, takes 10% less damage for each application of bleeding on the attacker. Then he has Kindred Spirit, so he's both classes, and attacking grants a stack of Empathic Bond. Empathic Bond increases attack by 10%, but it can be removed by psychic attacks. It also can be applied up to 5 times. But if that's not enough, he also has Survival Training. So he's going to reduce damage by 50% when his health is over 80%. That's pretty awesome. I definitely have to say I love survival training. But now let's go ahead and take a look at all of his abilities. First off, he has Knife Slash. This is a slashing melee attack that causes exhausted on one enemy and bleeding times 2. Now having exhausted on a level 1 is pretty amazing, I have to say. Whenever he does any counters or follow-ups, he's going to use that attack and place exhausted. Next he has the Zabu Pounce. It's a slashing melee attack that causes hemorrhaging and impaired, so attacks do 20% less damage and cannot crit. Plus it causes tenderize, so they take increased damage from slashing attacks. Then moving on to his level 6, it's Primal Roar. It's a quick action buff that causes Protect the Pride. Ka-Zar and Zabu offer their protection from single target and area attacks. Then it also grants Steadfast, removes opportunist effects, and Bared Fangs. Ka-Zar and Zabu will now counter. Then finally, his level 9 Jungle Combo is an AoE attack that exploits attrition, exploits opportunity, and is catastrophic. Now this move right here could be really nasty, especially since it has exploit attrition and opportunity. Plus I can think of a lot of combos that could work out with Ka-Zar. But you know what, that's not all as far as new characters. There's also classic Kang the Conqueror. This newest Lockbox character is a tactician, and he has future knowledge, chance to preemptively counter enemy attacks, and the Conqueror. This says he may not be on the same team as other heroes, but he has greater than average health, is immune to exhausted, and can take 2 actions each round. So yes, we have another character that's like Doom. But how effective is Kang going to be as a one-man army? Well, let's find out by looking at his abilities. The first thing you'll notice is he does have 2 pages, but his very first ability is called Tachyon Blast. It is an energy attack, and it has temporal, ignores most avoidance effects, and does not trigger protect abilities. It also causes impaired and gives himself rally. So right away I was thinking, Kang does have a lot of energy attacks, I'm assuming, so he may be a great candidate to use with the rectifier. But I guess we'll just have to see. Next he has Out of Time, no type, that has Time Flux. Kang's presence in our timeline is in flux, so enemy attacks may miss him, and Out of Time 50% chance to slip out of time to avoid enemy attacks. So just like I thought, he is going to be pretty hard to hit. Then we have Temporal Armory. It has high crits, it's temporal, and it causes reduced potential. Unfortunately, this is a melee temporal tech, and it's not energy. Then his level 9 is Mea Culpa. It hits one enemy, it has Exploit Opportunity and Exploit Shields, and it has something called Wrinkle in Time. Wrinkle in Time says deals extra damage against targets with time stream displacement. So yes, you could use items from the 40th Century Man set, such as the Displacer. The unfortunate thing about that ability is it does start cooled down. Then moving on to Kang's second page, first he has the Quantum Purge. This is ranged energy tech that causes time burn. Time displacement deals additional damage when removed, and receives additional damage from energy and temporal attacks. It also causes neutralized. Next he has another quick action that gives him stable time loop. Kang's presence in our timeline has stabilized. He's now able to use his knowledge of the future against his opponents. So future knowledge, chance to preemptively counter enemy attacks. Then we come to his level 6 Chrono Shield. It's a self-buff tech, so it can benefit from rally, and it's going to give him a shield that absorbs incoming damage, and attackers gain time stream displacement. It also says he evades temporal attacks, and he's immune to harmful time effects. Then finally we come to Time Stream Burst. It's an AoE energy temporal tech attack. And yes, it is temporal, and it causes time stream displacement on all the enemies. It also exhausts the entire enemy team, and it gives himself ripple effect. Kang counters and prevents counterattacks and follow-up attacks. Oh, and that's not all. Enemy attacks also cannot be stealthy. So yeah, that's one of the greatest buffs ever, and I cannot wait to try out ripple effect. So yes, that's a look at the newest Lockbox character, and the one-man team very similar to Doom, Kang the Conqueror. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the newest Lockboxes for this character. And then right after that, I'm going to show you the all-new roulette for those of you who haven't seen it. First, there's the new Timeless Lockboxes, and they're definitely the appropriate color. Now let's go ahead and check out the all-new roulette. So here you can see we do have 1000 unstable ISO weight. Then the new item, the Evolutionary Inhalant. It has 4192 offense and defense. And then moving on to the set piece, Cybernetic Set 4 of 4. The Cybernetic Blaster is a ranged tech energy attack that causes burning and has cybernetic evolution. So it gains malignant fire, and attacks from this item become a quick action. That sounds very nice, but unfortunately we don't win it. Instead I win 20 unstable ISO weight before I even start the Spec Ops, so that's pretty bad. But that is going to bring us to the end of the video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, good luck, and take care.